So this is chapters 1 to 3 review video. So what I recommend doing is when I put a problem up, pause it, try the problem yourself, and then check to see if you get the same answer as me. So if I look at this first one, if r equals 12, s equals 10, and t equals 1/2, and I'm giving you an equation, so here's my equation, okay, and I want you to plug things in and figure out what my answer is. So I'm going to plug 12 in whenever I see an r, 10 in whenever I see an s, and 1/2 in whenever I see a t. So my r is 12, my t is 1/2, my s is 10, and my r was 12. Okay, if I see a bunch of numbers like this, I know that I'm going to have to use my order of operations, so PEMDAS. So on all these questions, if I see a bunch of numbers without like any x's, y's, z's, any variables, I know I have to use the order of operations. Okay, so 12, so first is parentheses. Okay, so if I look at my parentheses, what can I do in my parentheses? Okay, so 10 squared is 100. And 3 times 12 is 36. Okay, I still have stuff in my parentheses that I can do. So 100 minus 36 is 64. Okay, I don't have any exponents. I can multiply 12 times 1/2, and it's going to get me 6. And then I just take 6 plus 64 to give me 70. Okay, so I have a bunch of numbers, so I know I need to use my order of operations. So I look in my parentheses, it looks like I have exponents in my parentheses. So 3 squared is 9. Still have stuff I can do in my parentheses. So 9 minus 3 is 6. I don't have any exponents. I can multiply 8 times 6 to get 48. And then I just add to get 54. Okay, so I'm going to use my order of operations again because I have a bunch of numbers. Okay, so I have parentheses, so that is 6 divided by 2. 6 divided by 2 is 3. I don't have any exponents. I don't have anything I can multiply or divide. Okay, so I could add if I wanted to, or I could subtract. These ones, it doesn't matter which order. Just make sure you have that negative go with that 3. So 3 minus 3 here, if I wanted to do that first, I would get 0. So then my answer would just be 4. Okay, this says x equals, but I need to simplify all these numbers. So I need to use my order of operations again. Okay, so parentheses, I have parentheses right here, so 4 times 2, which gives me 8. Don't have any exponents, don't have anything I can multiply. I don't want to divide yet because I still have that subtraction sign. So I'm going to take 11 minus 8 to get 3, and 6 minus 3 to get 3. Now I want to divide. So 3 divided by 3 is going to be 1. Okay, I want to solve, and then I'm going to graph this. So I'm going to write it up a little higher to make it easier. Okay, so what I do to one side, I have to make sure I do to both sides. So if I add 2, I have to add 2 to everything, because remember, we're trying to get x by itself in the center. So negative 1 plus 2 gives me 1. We still have 3x. Our 2's cancel. 10 plus 2 gives me 12. Now I have to divide everything by 3, because right now I'm multiplying. So I have 1/3 is less than or equal to x. It's less than or equal to 12 divided by 3 is 4. So now x is by itself. So now I can separate it into the two equations. So I have 1/3 is less than or equal to x, and x is less than or equal to 4. Okay, but my rule was my variable always has to be on the left side for me to graph it. So right now my x is being eaten in this situation, so I need to make sure my x is being eaten when I switch it back. Now let's graph it. So we got 1/3 and 4. Okay, they are both closed dots because they have the lines underneath them. Okay, this arrow points to the right, so I need to shade to the right. This arrow points to the left, so I need to shade to the left. So it is an and problem, and it's going to look something like that. Okay, it looks like I need to distribute this p first, so I'm going to get negative 2p minus 6, because negative 2 times p gives me negative 2p. Negative 2 times positive 3 gives me a negative 6. Okay, I can move different things around. It doesn't matter which ones you do first. I'm going to add 2p. So I get negative 6 is less than or equal to 3p plus 9. Subtract 9, so negative 6 minus 9 is negative 15. Right now I'm multiplying by 3, so to get rid of it I need to divide. Okay, remember I have to have my variable on the left side, so I need p. Right now I'm eating the negative 5, so I need to keep eating that negative 5. So it's a point on negative 5. It is an open dot because there is no line underneath my inequality. And my arrow points to the left, so I shade to the left. Okay, it's an OR problem, so it should be going outward. So it's two different problems that we're going to solve. So subtract 2 in this one, because right now we're adding, so to get rid of it we need to subtract it. 2 minus 2 gives me 0. Okay, this one I'm going to add 22. So I'm going to get 27 is greater than 9h. Divide both by 9. So we have 3, okay, but we need our variable on our left side, so right now we're eating 3, so we need to eat 3 again. Let's get our number line. We have a 0 and we have a 3. Okay, they're both open dots. So it looks like my 0 is shaded to the left because that's the way my arrow points. And this situation, my 3 is also shaded to the left. Okay, so this is a tricky situation, in which case your answer would then be all of these numbers, because that is where it's double shaded. This is the only one that's going to be very tricky to see, because for OR you think it's going to be going the opposite direction. Okay, but in some instances we could have where our answer is going to be this double shaded region where they double cross. Okay, we're just going to solve for this. So right now I'm dividing by negative 7, so I'm going to multiply by negative 7. So I'm going to have y, and then 1 times negative 7 gives me negative 7. Remember, if you're multiplying or dividing by a negative, you have to flip your sign. Okay, right now we're dividing by 3, so to get rid of it we need to multiply by 3. Negative 11 times 3 is negative 33. Okay, and because I did not multiply by a negative, so because that 3 was not negative, my sign does not flip. Okay, this is the same thing as y minus 2. Okay, so to get rid of this negative 2, I have to add it to both sides. So I'll have y is less than 6. Okay, right now we're multiplying by negative 2, so I need to divide by it to get rid of it. Because I divided by a negative, I need to make sure I flip my sign. 30 divided by negative 2 is negative 15. Okay, to get rid of this 16, to get a by itself, right now we're subtracting it, so we need to add it to get rid of it on the left side. So I'll have a is less than, negative 20 plus 16 is negative 4. Okay, right now I'm multiplying by 12, so to get rid of it I need to divide it. Negative 72 divided by 12 is going to be a negative 6. Again, I see a lot of you guys, if it's negative here, you will drop it and it will disappear. Okay, do not lose your negatives. Your answer should be negative 6. Again, if you wanted to check it too, plug it back in for x and check to see if it works. Okay, right now we're dividing by 4, so to get rid of it we need to multiply by 4. So n equals negative 8 times 4 should give me a negative 32. Okay, this is the same thing as t minus 13, because a positive times a negative is always a negative. So we need to add to get rid of it. So t equals negative 12 plus 13 is just a 1. Okay, so I need to distribute first. So I have k is equal to 4k minus 60. We need our k's on one side, so if I subtract 4k, this is 1k minus 4k, so I should get negative 3k. Divide both sides by negative 3 because we're trying to get k by itself. So k should equal a positive 20. Okay, this we are checking to see if which side is greater or if they're equal to each other. So you're going to take the square root of 5.66 and see if it is greater than, equal to, or less than 2.3. So go ahead and type in the square root of 5.66. And it should equal 2.38, okay? This is the same thing as 2.30, so this 38 tells me that it is larger, so I need to be eating the bigger thing.